Every time I show my patients this secret to treating foot pain and plantar fasciitis, I am completely blown away at how many people do not know this secret. So if you suffer with foot pain, stick around. I'm going to show you how. So before we get into the treatment of plantar fasciitis, let's discuss exactly what it is. So the plantar fascia, simply put, is a thick band of tissue that runs along the bottom of your foot. And the itis part of that word, fasciitis, just means inflammation. So it's inflammation of the plantar fascia. It's a very common complaint and sometimes very difficult to treat. And the most common complaint area is around the heel of the foot. Now, sometimes that pain or that symptom can run up along the bottom or the inside of the foot all the way up to the big toe. But the vast majority of patients that suffer with plantar fasciitis have this pain around the heel area. Now, another consistent complaint with patients with plantar fasciitis is the time of day when this hurts the most, and it's almost always first thing in the morning. Now, here's why. As we sleep throughout the night, we tend to put our feet in plantar flexed positions. Now, what does that mean, plantar flexed? Simply put, that means our foot is pointing away or pointing downward. And what that does is that shrinks, so to speak, the plantar fascia, that tissue that we're talking about. Well, if that's shrunk and in a plantar flexed position 6, 7, 8 hours throughout the night, and then you wake up and first thing you do is when you put your feet on the ground, it quickly and immediately stretches out that plantar fascia. And if you've already got that issue of the inflammation of the plantar fascia, stretching it out that quickly that soon is just going to irritate that to no end. So if you made it this far in the video, you're probably wondering what the secret is to fixing this. Well, again, before we get to that secret, I'm going to show you a few simple stretches that you can do at home that can alleviate these types of symptoms. And then I'll show you the secret. And the first one we're going to do is a very simple manual stretch that you can do before you even get out of bed. So this initial manual stretch you can do before you even get out of bed. All we have to do is take the foot in the opposite direction that it's been in all night, that plantar flexed, which is this way. We want to take it the opposite way into dorsiflexion. So the best way to do that is take one hand and grab the heel of your foot to kind of lock it into place. Force your foot into that dorsiflexion, and then to give it even more of a stretch, grab your big toe and give it a nice pull, and you'll feel that stretch all along the bottom of your foot. And if you have plantar fasciitis, you know how good this stretch feels. So when you do that, hold that for 20, 25, 30 seconds. And do that a few times before you even get out of bed. So the second way you can stretch out the plantar fascia is with the use of a towel. On your bed, on your couch, or any type of bench or platform you have, simply extend your leg out. Let the weight of your leg rest on the towel. Let the towel wrap around your foot, and then with the top of the towel, you're going to pull that with one or both your hands, and that's just going to give it a real good stretch. You're probably also going to feel that in your calf, but it's going to give you a really good stretch down in the plantar fascia. Again, just like with the first one, hold this 10, 15, 20 seconds until you feel a really good stretch on the bottom of your foot. And then you can relax and repeat. So for the third stretch, all you need is a wall. So simply come up next to the wall and you're going to put your foot that you're trying to stretch up against the wall like this with your other foot back just a little bit, and you're going to lean in. As you lean in towards the wall, that's going to stretch the bottom of your foot, and just like the other two, you're going to hold this for about 15 to 20 seconds. So for this next technique, you're simply going to need a rolled up towel that's going to be about that thick. Now, there's two ways of doing this, a kind of beginner step and then a more advanced step. So let's go over the beginner step first. Place this rolled up towel flat on the ground. And then whichever foot you're trying to stretch out, you're going to put that foot, just the big toe area, on that towel. And as you're doing that, you can do some calf raises. Now in the beginning, if that's difficult or painful, you can use your other foot to kind of help you. As that gets easier, you can take that foot back and get it out of the way so it's not doing as much work. And then if you can even get more advanced, you can just lift that other foot off the ground as you're doing the toe raises. Now, if you want to step it up a notch, take that same towel. If you have an aerobic step like this, or some kind of a step ladder, or even stairs in your house, put that rolled up towel on the edge of the step and perform the same action. This time, however, your foot's going to be able to drop a whole lot more way down, and then as you're doing your calf raises, you're really going to work out that plantar fascia. All right, so I know you're dying to hear what is... All right, so I know you're dying to find out what the secret is to fixing foot pain, and if you paid attention to the thumbnail, you know it's a water bottle. But not just any water bottle, it's going to be a frozen water bottle. So the trick is, at night, before you go to bed, put this water bottle in the freezer. That way in the morning, it's going to be ready for you. Take this out of the freezer, put it on the ground, do the stretch that I'm getting ready to show you. Now, when should you do this in addition to the morning? Is also, I tell my patients all the time to do this at night before you go to bed. So that's twice a day. First thing in the morning, right before you go to bed. So in order to do this, all you have to do is place the water bottle on the ground. And then you're just going to take the affected foot, step on the frozen water bottle, and gently roll your foot back and forth. Now, you're going to accomplish two things with this. One, because the water is frozen and it's solid, you're going to get that compression or the stretching of the fascia, which is hopefully going to help loosen it up. But two, because the water is frozen, you're going to get that cold compress, which is going to help eliminate the inflammation in the bottom of your foot. All right, guys, there you have it. 4 very simple ways to stretch out your plantar fascia, plus one secret tip that I'm still surprised that many people don't know about, but now you guys do. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, check out these other ones, and we'll see you in the next one.